everyone. It is currently 8:24 a.m. and I have decided to try to reframe my sort of awareness and perspective on having a creative life and career, or that sort of thing. Basically what I'm saying is, like, I'm going to actively try and take myself seriously today and just kind of see what comes of it. Last night I actually got another commission, so now I have 3 commissions that I have to work on. I decided to start over with my bird drawing because I just do not love the way that it was going. Here is the state of the bird drawing. I don't love this, what happened to it. I have this issue when it comes to working with Prismacolor pencils. I love Prismacolor pencils, but I have such a heavy hand, and this has been a occurrence since I was in art school, and it was something that actually pissed off a professor that I had. And I actually want to kind of work on it now. Back then I was like, oh, don't tell me what to do. I like the way I draw. Fuck off, And now I'm kind of realizing, in my wise old age, oh, maybe he had something going on. Maybe he saw something that I didn't. And I see so many beautiful color pencil drawings now, and I'm like, I like that softness that you can, make with them. And also, I think it's a lot easier to make nice drawings. And it takes less time if you just draw a little bit lighter. I don't know. I get frustrated with myself, which is why I often end up having such a heavy hand, because I'm I have to just get it all out, So I'm gonna start that over. And I think that will probably be for the best, because then I will have an in-depth drawing video to put on my Patreon, so check that out. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm going to sketch out a new drawing for that, and then I'm gonna draw some thumbnails for this other commission, and then I'm gonna try and work on this other sketch that I had for my father. I need to reframe my conscious mind about this stuff, so I'm gonna finish getting ready. I'm gonna put on some nice clothes so I'm not in my pajamas all day, which I think is something that genuinely helps a lot. Dress for the job you want. I'm gonna brew a pot of coffee, so I'm all set for the day. And then I'm gonna try and clean up a little bit, and hopefully I get all of that done before 9 so that I can start right away. So because I'm technically starting a new job today, I think it's important that I lay down some rules. Food and cigarette breaks are infinite, and if at any point in time I feel fatigued or annoyed with myself, I'm also allowed a break. However, breaks should probably not be any longer than 15 minutes. I'm not allowed to leave the house unless it is in respect of the art or something that will benefit my art, for say going on a walk. However, I think I would prefer to go on a walk after I'm done, so I'm going to try and save that for much later in the evening. Things that are allowed while I'm technically on shift are drawing, painting, anything of the sort, writing, and reading. Yeah, I was gonna say also music, but I think I'm gonna, unless I feel extremely inspired and called to work on a song, I think I'm going to try to not do that, just because I just finished a really big project and I am working on some other stuff, but I don't need to right now. I have other priorities. So yeah, I think those are my rules of thumb. Also, any emotions are allowed. I do not have to force myself to smile. I do not have to be happy. I think if I am experiencing frustration or anger, I'm going to try and allow myself to channel that into my work. But in which case, if that does not work, I'm allowed infinite breaks. So today I am being my own boss, and I'm going to hold myself accountable. This is what happens when you don't make a plan and you just go for it. Sometimes you kind of fuck up. And I think that's totally okay, but like some things kind of require a plan, especially when it comes to drawing and making art. I think it is great to have thumbnail sketches, especially if you're doing a very specific illustration or anything of the sort. Luckily, you know, I recorded this process in the beginning, and so I have a workable, you know, sketch to redraw onto my new paper. Would have been a lot easier if I had just followed the rules like a fucking normie. Whatever. So I'm actually going to be using a projector to project my sketch so that I can trace it onto the new paper. This is something that I learned to do in art school. Especially if you're an illustration student, they will teach you to draw from a projector, which honestly is kind of fucked up, but I'm not really here to judge. I'm using one too, so. This is what I mean when I say everything that I do supports the other things. Yep. Mars is very enthralled by what's happening on my wall. Okay, sketch is completed. Didn't really go too crazy with the details in the bird, but I wanted a solid map for the cat. So I think that looks pretty good. Since my projector is still up, I might work on something else for the drawing for my dad, just to have a solid sketch of that as well. I have finished sketch all before 10 a.m. Woo, awesome. I think I'm also gonna work on some thumbnails really quickly, just to kind of sketch out a few ideas that I have. And then I'm gonna get back to the bird drawing and experiment with some colored pencils. Butterflies in my belly and antlers on my head. You're funny. All right, everyone, I have a pretty fun update. So first and foremost, you saw my little thumbnail drawings. This one is the one that I'm gonna go with. It's gonna be a 3-part piece, so these 3 panels that I drew will be 3 separate pieces. And I'm thinking that I want to go with canvas, because I want to do watercolor and colored pencil paints. I'm not exactly sure how the watercolor will act with the canvas, but I'm gonna try it anyway just to see what it's like. I might just do like gouache or something, or mix that with watercolor so it's a little bit thicker. I think that will probably lay on the canvas pretty well. And then I'm gonna do that because they're going to be a little bit bigger and I'm going to be shipping them. So I think the canvas I'll be able to roll up and then ship really nicely. That's my hope. I've painted on canvas before with acrylics, and I've like rolled up the canvas, and it ended up like getting super cracked, but that was a canvas that I also like took off of framed pieces, so it was stretched. So I think maybe that had something to do with it. I'm going to test out like just a sample piece just to make sure that that's okay and that I can do that. And then I'll cut the 3 panels and start cracking at a little sketch and layout for them. So I'm excited. Oh, also, totally forgot. So my phone just decided to like die. And by that I mean it's like not really wanting to charge anymore, which is really unfortunate. So I kind of had to drop a bag today and purchase a new phone. Great. But I guess that's fine because my videos will probably be a little bit better quality. So yeah, that's a fun little update. I got some good work done on this drawing too. It's looking so far so much better than the last drawing, so very satisfied with that. And then I also got some good work done on this one. Yay. This is gonna be like so easy for me to do. I just like don't want to do it. But I'm excited for this. This one's gonna be super cute, and it's not gonna take me super long either, which is awesome. So yeah, good things are happening today. It's almost 2 right now. I just took a break to eat some food. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get going with my canvas experiments and see what happens. So, woo! This is my canvas. Heck yeah. It's brand new, and I have not touched it since I got it, so I'm actually very excited to actually start using this. I have been terrified of it for no reason in particular, so this is great. This is super awesome. So I'm literally just gonna cut like a tiny piece off the top and then roll it up and like probably look at it tomorrow or something and see what happened. These are the gouaches I'm using. I actually decided I'm just gonna use gouache. I think that just makes the most sense. I love this brand. It's really amazing paint. So let's get cracking. Okay, I have a weird little painting that I made. I actually kind of like it. It doesn't look too bad. It's still a little wet, but yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to dry. I'm gonna clean up. Once this dries, I'm going to roll it up and then just kind of like let it chill for a while, and hopefully it doesn't crack under pressure or whatever. I don't think that it will. I feel like gouache would be fine. If it does, I'm gonna try watercolor and see what happens with that. I just have to be mindful about what I'm doing, and I might see if I can get like some kind of sealant or something to put over top of it. I'm not sure. That would probably crack though, honestly, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna clean this. This is probably as good as I'm gonna get it for now. I almost don't want to put these paints back in there because I literally just don't ever use them, but I don't have a like another storage space for them. So I think what I want to do, like, I love this little case so much. It is like just the cutest thing ever. But I think what I kind of want to start doing is kind of just like packing this little case with a few paints and a paintbrush and taking a sketchbook and like going to the river or something to paint. I haven't done that in a very long time, and when I was cleaning that, I was like, you know, I should do that. That sounds so fun. So maybe I'll do that in my next vlog or something. We'll see. My canvas is all rolled up. I'm going to check on this tomorrow and see what it's looking like. I feel like it's gonna be totally fine, honestly, but we'll see. I have to be sure. And in the meantime, I feel like I got a decent amount of work done on my commissions, and so I'm kind of feeling very inspired to maybe paint on a piece of canvas just for me. I am gonna clean up my space first, and when I'm done with that, if I don't feel like doing that, I'm not gonna force myself to.
I bought an orchid today, and it reminds me of you.
I decided to draw some thumbnails for my linoleum blocks. I really like a few of them. I think I might honestly draw one on a linoleum block and carve it and just see what happens. And then I had this piece of scrap canvas and I just drew some stuff on it. I might paint this later. I probably won't paint it today, but it might be fun. I think it would be a good little experiment to do before I actually paint my big canvas. But I did, however, get that all mapped out and cut out. So this is her on the wall, the big canvas. I haven't drawn anything on it yet. I'm probably gonna save that for tomorrow. About 4 p.m. now, and I got much more than what I had planned to do today done. So that's really amazing. Yeah, I'm not gonna draw on the big canvas yet. I want to kind of just sit with it. I have a vision for it. I'm not gonna cut them up yet. I probably won't until I have everything drawn on there. And I feel good about the drawing, so that's all good. I think I'm gonna spend my final hour cutting a linoleum block. I think that'd be fun, and then if I have extra time, I'm gonna paint this. But yeah, I've done so much today, it's actually nuts. I didn't realize, like, I literally just had to change my mindset, and I think that's easier said than done.
And the shaman came up to me and asked if I thought it alright to pretend.
Okay, I have a bunch of pen on my fingers. It's not like blood or anything, but my arms hurt. They are killing me because I forgot how challenging this is to carve linoleum. I didn't finish it, but I got like a decent amount through. I don't know how well these are gonna like look when I print them, but it might be fun. It's kind of just like the print version of this thing, really. Honestly, I'm like, could kind of be a vibe, an interesting little collection of pieces. But yeah, I'm done for today. I got a lot of work done and I'm feeling great about it.
Oh, but now he's face down in the swimming pool. I've heard all the back road talk, and I don't care a lick about the time I spent in that old house. synchronistic, living all lucid dreams that keep on spinning. Oh, I trust you with the labyrinth in my mind and all my youthful treasure finds.
Hello everyone, it is the next day. As you just saw, I just got my new phone, which is great. I'm like kind of debating if I should honestly keep it or send it back because like ironically, my old phone is not holding a charge right now, so I'm just never mind. So I'm in the middle of transferring the data stuff, and it says that it's going to take like 8 hours. So, lovely. If you're wondering what this is behind me, these are my closet doors that I don't really know what to do with. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sneak them into the back storage room that exists in the laundry room later today. So, yeah. Yesterday was great. I definitely proved my theory to be correct on the fact that, like, when I wake up with a motive, with this, like, positive, not necessarily positive, but, like, an encouraging mindset, to the point where it's, like, not toxic positivity, but to the point where I know that I can do something and that if I set my mind to it, I can achieve it. And that's what happened yesterday. I literally spent the entire day from like 8 a.m. from when I woke up to like 4 or 5 p.m. working on things that I've been actively trying to honestly avoid, which is great and amazing. And then today I'm running into a issue which I'm realizing now is like a common occurrence in my life, in which I did not sleep very well last night. And I ended up sleeping in like way too late. My natural like circadian rhythm is usually around like I'll wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m. if I go to bed at a reasonable hour. Even if that's like 12, I'll still wake up around 6 or 7. And that's great. I love that. I love when that happens. That did not happen last night. I stayed up until like 3 a.m. unfortunately. And so it kind of like did not set me up for success today, but it's okay. I'm also like, for some reason I'm feeling slightly depressed today, which is really annoying. I'm not going to force myself to do anything just because of the way that I feel, and I want to honor that. I don't want to ignore that. I want to be with that and just be honest with myself. Probably this evening I'm going to work on just some writing. I started reading Norwegian Wood last night, and I'm very excited to continue reading this, which I definitely will today. So that's been fun.
before it drowned. The disc sound. I am no god, I'm just a smart devil. And I may be wicked, oh, but I'm not evil. Trust is not earned, it's given or taken.
Recording this on my desktop, but that's only because my camera died. I just finished this fun little painting. It's vibes. I kind of like it, honestly. It could probably use like another layer of paint, but I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to waste the paint. Because this was really just like a practice piece for me. It's still a little bit wet, so I'm like, want to touch it very much, but I like the way it looks. I think it's interesting. I aspire to be Georgia O'Keeffe, and I don't think I will ever get there because I'm not Georgia O'Keeffe, but she still inspires me. So yeah, those were the vibes I was feeling. That's what I've channeled today. I also managed to put like a pretty basic sketch on the big canvas that's on my wall. So that's all set. I feel confident with these paints. I am only going to put paint on the canvas, I think. I feel like that'll be awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much what I am gonna do for today. I'm gonna go work on some writing and other stuff that does not include art, but I'm glad that I did this because I feel so much better now and I got something out of the way that I've been kind of scared to do, so all is well, and I will be back on the grind tomorrow. Fun update. I am posting some stuff on my Patreon, and I've also opened my Flower Club snail mail little thing. So if you want some art from yours truly, you can go sign up for that. I'll be sending it out monthly, so it's a monthly subscription. I'm also going to a gallery show today, and I worked a little bit on some other of my drawings. I might start painting today, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to. There are a couple of things that I want to get done before I start painting because I feel like I'm going to be really wrapped up in that once I do start the big canvas. So that might not happen today. I'm also working on an essay that I started last night, and I feel like that's kind of what I'm like gearing towards for today, especially because I am going to be going to a gallery later, and I don't want like the flow to be interrupted if I do start painting and whatever. So yeah, that's the vibes for today. I'm not sure what the evening will behold, but we'll see.
I guess I just tell you, you've got my heart, my arms, and my legs, and my trust is in you.
I'm back from the gallery now. It is sweaty and gross outside. I did not stay there very long because I got a little sad and in my feels. So I came back here and I went with my friend Mo, who's actually in the was in the show, and I put my vote in for her. Love my friend Mo. Today I feel very good about the work that I got done. I printed 4 lino cut prints out of the 8 that I want to do for this first run of prints. So that's awesome. And I have some writing projects that I'm gonna work on as I move into the evening. So yeah, I'm gonna go on a walk once the sun goes down. And that will probably conclude this video. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time when I start painting the big canvas, and I will show you, of course, the progress and process that I move forward with my other pieces that I'm also working on. So I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you when I see ya.